Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric. So in today's video, we got this 2022 Ford Lightning in our shop. We're gonna be doing partial front end paint protection film installation on it. So what does the partial front end include? So that includes roughly the first third of the fenders, first third of the hood, this upper bumper piece, and this lower bumper piece as well too. So I'm gonna take you through it, show you how I would go ahead and install it. That way, if you have a Lightning and you wanna install paint protection film yourself too, you can reference this video for your installation. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, so step number one, we're gonna install the driver's side fender. I've gone ahead and I've prepped the vehicle already. I'll leave a link in the description below as far as how to go about prepping a vehicle for paint protection film install. So if you wanna check that out, link will be in the description. So surface is completely clean. Got my squeegee here. I got my solutions on the ground. So I'm just gonna take my slip solution. I'm gonna spray some on the fender. I'm gonna take my squeegee, everything off. What this is gonna do is it's gonna help remove any built up dust or contamination that may have landed on it since I prepped it. There we go. Now I'll spray it down one more time. And then I'll take and I'll pull the film away from the backing paper. Okay, there we go. So now I just got some slip solution over top of the film so the squeegee won't have a problem gliding. Now when you're doing these partial fenders, you want to start over here at the very front of the fender. So that's where you want to start. So right now, I'm going to take my tack solution, I'm going to pull the film back, spray some tack solution right there. I'm going to get that front corner lined up. Now when you're lining this film up, you want to be about 1 to 2 millimeters away from the edge with the film. There we go. That's good. That's stuck in place. From there, I'm going to go right over here. So there's a little bit of stretch involved with this piece. Not much, just a little bit. So you're just going to line that up. I have a piece of contamination right there. I'm just going to pull that out. There we go. Got a little bit more slip solution in there. Got that down. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right up over here, get some tack solution right there, get that tack down. Now I can take and squeegee everything else out the top. So you always want to go over the area you've squeegeed more than once just to make sure you didn't leave anything behind. Same with this edge right here. Just gonna get a little bit more tack solution in there to flush out any solution, any slip solution that has been left behind. Okay, now that that's done, I'm gonna take and pull the film back. I'm gonna get more slip solution underneath it, more on top of the film as well too. Now, where we're going from there is I'm gonna come down to this corner over here. Now this pattern is designed to stop right over here, right where my squeegee's pointing. It's not designed to go all the way in there. Because this headlight pops out, this area very, very rarely gets hit with stones. So what I'm gonna do now is spray some tack solution in there. I'm gonna line that up with that body line. And then Just gonna come over that with the squeegee, number of times, increasing pressure each time. There we go. Now, I'll come over here. Get that lined up. There we go. So we have a bit of a wrinkle over here in the film. That's because I got this area down too soon. All I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take and come back, lift that film up as far as I need to. Just like that. Get my tack solution in here. And I'm going to take and pull the film down so it's flat, just like so. Now we have this finger, this sharp finger over here. These can be tough to get rid of. All I'm going to do is pull the film back, flush it out. So when it comes time to getting this down, I don't want to hit these straight on. I want to hit them at an angle and kind of saw them down. Just like so. They might still want to pop up a little bit. If that happens, just pull them back, hit them with more tack solution, saw them down at an angle, and you'll be good to go. Now that I have all my corners down, I'm going to take and get this edge down. Now I can take and squeegee everything else out. Last but not least, I've got this edge right over here. So I'm going to take, pull this all back. I'm going to pull it all the way back to the top and try and disperse those fingers a little bit better. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to spread this film out quite a ways, just like so. This will have to be edited out. I did a shit job on this. Okay, now that we got the fender on, I'm going to come over here to the top and I'm going to pull the film back, this wrapped edge, flush this out with my tack solution. Get all the soap out of there. And I'm going to get this wrapped. So what I like to do, just to get the edge down, I'm just going to use my thumb to get that down initially. Once that's down, just follow it up with the squeegee with some good pressure on it. Just like that. All right, step one is done. Got the passenger or the driver's side fender down. Now step two, we'll go do the passenger side. Okay, step two, let's get the passenger side fender installed. So same thing as I did on the driver's side. It's going to spray some slip solution on the film or on the paint. Take and squeegee that off. That's going to remove any built-up contamination that may have had the chance to land on the paint. Now, I'm going to spray it down one more time. There we go. Same thing I did on the driver's side. Just gonna come over here, get this corner lined up first. I'm gonna stay about 1 to 2 millimeters back from the edge. Just like so. Now I'm gonna come over here to this corner. And I'm gonna stretch the film into place so it lines up, just like so. Now, I'm gonna come up to this top corner. Actually, I'm not gonna make the same mistake I did on the last side. I'm not gonna pull this all the way back, just till there. That's good. Now, I'll come down over here to this corner, get some tack solution in there, and get that corner lined up with that body line, just like so. I'm gonna come over here to this corner, stretch that over. Very minimal stretch needed here. And then, I'm just gonna take my hand and massage the film down, and I'm just gonna start up here and start squeegeeing everything out. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna work at getting this lip down. So just soaking your tack solution. I want to flush all that soap out. You can see there's less tension buildup over here than there was on the driver's side, which is exactly what we want. Now I'm just going to saw that down at an angle, just like so. Have my squeegee at an angle as I take and go along that body line. That down, that down. Just gonna go over with my finger, just make sure everything's down. It is. Okay, now I'm gonna wrap this edge. So, same thing I did. Pull the film back, get my tack solution in there, which my tack solution is just warm water, no alcohol. Just run my finger over that edge to make sure everything's down, there's no moisture trapped behind. And then I'm just gonna start by wrapping it just with my finger, just like so. Squeegee that all down. And there we go. That's how you do the fenders. Now, step 3, we're gonna do the hood. Okay, step number 3. Let's get the hood on. I got the hood pattern rolled up over here. I got my slip solution. The hood is completely clean. Same thing as I did before. Spray some solution on there. And then I'm gonna take my squeegee and just gonna squeegee everything off. Get rid of any built up contamination. Super important, this step. You want to make sure there's no contamination at all that's going to get caught underneath that film. Once it's under there, it's there for good. Now, I'm going to take and spray the hood down one more time. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here with my squeegee. I'm going to make a dry spot. I'm going to take the film pull it away from the backing paper. I'm going to stick it to there. And I'm just going to back roll it on just like so. Now what I'll do, I'm going to spray some solution over top of the film, make sure my squeegee glides properly. I'm going to come back over here, pull the film up. I'm going to re-soap everything. We'll go over here to the passenger side. We're going to do the exact same thing as well too. Now, you can see the hood is starting to want to slide off the truck. That's completely normal. You want to try and prevent that from happening. Okay. First place you want to start when you're installing this film on the hood is you want to start down over here. We got our reference point number 1 right there. I'm going to get that lined up, just like so. Get that squeegee down. Then I want to take and stretch all the way up till here. I want to get the film on the hood to line up with the fenders. So this requires a little bit of stretch to get it lined up, just like so. Now I'm going to come along here, get that down. Now we're going to go all the way over to the passenger side and do the exact same thing. So, as you can see, we've got a couple inches that we need to stretch. That's by design. So all I'm going to do, get some tack solution there. I'm just going to take and stretch the film over, line it up. I'm just going to get behind you here. You want to come around to this side. I'm actually just going to pre-stretch it. So don't do what I just did and try and pull it towards you. You always want to push it so you can get a much better pre-stretch like that. So just hold that there for a bit. The film will start to come back. Get your tack solution in there. I'm going to stretch that over into place. That's staying right where it needs to be. Then we'll take and get that down. Now, I'm going to take and line up this edge. Same thing, tack solution. Line that up with the fender. That's down. Good. Now, as you can see, when you come across the front, you can see how the film has started to build up like this. And we've got this exposed edge right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and pull the film back, get a bit of tack solution in there, and I'm going to pull it. That way the film goes over that edge. Hold it there for a bit. Temporarily squeegee that down. Now there's a good chance I'm going to have to lift that up yet, but right now what we want to do is we want to make sure that the film is going to be covering this edge perfectly. So as you can see right over here, when I pull down, as soon as I let go, the film slides up and creates that crease. All I'm going to do is pull it back. Pull it over so there's a wrapped edge. Actually, I need more tack solution than what I just sprayed underneath there. There we go, that's gonna stay. Now we've got this right over here. You wanna deal with that as soon as possible. So I'm just gonna pull the film back, hit that with my tack. I want to pull the film down so those fingers lay flat, just like so. Now, just taking those down at an angle. If you see them starting to pop up, that's fine. All we do is we just lift them up a little bit. Get your tack solution in there so you can take and flush out all the soap from the slip solution. Now we've got this right over here. I'm just going to take my hand, get that all down. Okay, now that's done with. Now we're going to go over to the driver's side, same area, do the exact same thing. If you want to come to this side. So this side has had the chance to stay down for a bit. As you can see, you can hear that, it's sticking. So I just want to lift it up, just like so. So it's gliding over top of that ridge. I want to introduce more slip solution underneath there. Okay, that's gliding freely. That's what we want. Now, same thing I did on the passenger side. I'm going to pull this down, get my tack solution in there. I'm going to squeegee that down. There we go. Same thing, I want to get this edge down. Just like so. There we go. That's what we want. Now, take and get that all down. Okay, now I'm just going to take and push all that air out. I'm going to come right along this ridge with the squeegee to get that down. And there we go, that's down. Now if we look over here on the front of the hood, you can see how the film is starting to build up right where I tacked it. I'm just going to take my slip solution, pull that all back, get more in there. Just like so. And here's where you take and massage the film down with your hands to get almost all that air out. Obviously, you're not going to get it all out, but you do want to try and get most of that air out. These valleys are going to be hard, but you're more so doing this to, one, get your air out, and to make sure the film is laying flat. Now, I'm going to come right over here. There's no tension on the film here at all. So, I'm just going to squeegee that down. Good. Now, I'm going to pull the film up over here. I'm going to get a good amount of tack solution in there. take and squeegee this all out, just like so. Same thing over here. Now I'm going to come along right here, have my squeegee angled so all the solution's coming down. We have a piece of contamination right there. So that's the perfect place to have it. I mean, obviously you don't want to have any contamination, but if you're going to have it at the edge. So I'm just going to reach in there and pull that out, no problem. Hit that with tack solution. There we go. Now, everything else I'm just going to push it up. Now you're probably wondering, why wouldn't you take this, get this all down and push it down? If we didn't have these valleys on each side, I totally would do that. But because we have these valleys, I want to push everything up. All I'm going to do is going to pull this back, introduce a bit of tack, and I come up over here. I'm just going to lay this down, hold it with my finger, follow it up with the squeegee. There we go. Follow up with some insurance passes with the squeegee to make sure there's no moisture being left behind. Now we'll go over to the passenger side, do the exact same thing. Just like so. Okay, now we're just going to finish this off and get everything out the top. So I have my squeegee here at an angle. I'm going to come back a little further than where the solution is because some of it might have started to come down over here. So I'm just going to come along here, have my angle squeegeed that all the solution is going to go up. There we go. Always want to make sure you're overlapping those squeegee strokes. Just going back and forth with the squeegee. Make sure nothing's gotten underneath there. Okay, now that we have the hood down, I'm just going to take a microfiber towel, soak up all the solution on the hood. I'm going very, very lightly. I want to make sure that I'm not putting too much pressure on that I might lift up the hood because the hood is just down with slip solution right now. What I'm going to do now is take my squeegee. I'm going to come right along that edge with my squeegee angled upwards, just like this. Come over that ridge. And this is just going to make sure that if there's any solution that's left behind, it's out. Now, last but not least, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the film back with these wrapped edges. I'm going to flush them out with tack solution. Just like so. Got to get that edge. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood. And flush this out. Flush that out. We'll go over to the passenger side as well. Do the exact same thing. Now, the way these Ford Lightnings are designed, the grille is connected to the hood. So now I'm going to close it one more time. You can see we have this edge right over here. This will be pretty tough to wrap. I'm just going to get squeegee underneath there. Got my finger. You can get your finger underneath here, so we will be able to wrap it. But it is a bit of a pain. Just coming along here, flushing out all that slip solution that we got underneath there. There we go. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to start right over here at this corner, just with my thumb. I'm going to get this edge wrapped about a quarter way around. I'm going to go back and forth, make sure that's down. We'll come back over to the passenger side. We'll do that here as well too. Now, that's going to conclude this video. I'm not going to show you guys how I'm going to wrap this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry out for about an hour or two, and then I'm going to come back and wrap it. If you guys want to know how to wrap edges, I'm going to link that video down below as well too. And I'm also going to link a video down below on how to post heat these edges. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below, like it, and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more PPF content.